We're on right now. Can I please get you to state and spell your name for the record, please?
Anita Krishna, Anita, last name is Krishna.
And do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Very good. Now, I understand that you're here today to tell us about your termination from Global News from your position as a control room director. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Before we get into that, I would just like you to tell us a little bit more about yourself. Can you please describe your education?
I have a bachelor's degree in radio and television that I got from Ryerson University. And yeah, I've taken other college courses, but I have a bachelor's in radio and television from there.
And how long have you been working in journalism and broadcasting?
Oh, 25 years. Long time. Yeah.
And you were working for Global in this position when the COVID-19 pandemic arrived in 2019, is that correct?
Yes. I was a director of newscasts when COVID-19 happened, yeah.
So you touched a little bit on the vaccines already, but as we're all aware at this point, they were rolled out in early 2021. Can you describe the coverage that you saw regarding vaccines and vaccination specifically?
Well, yeah, I mean, the vaccine was like a religion, you know, like all we did was constantly run stories of, okay, look at this person in the hospital, this person who made a bad choice and didn't get the vaccine. Oh, they ended up in the hospital. It's like all our stories were slanted to that. Everything we were saying was pandemic of the unvaccinated. If you're unvaccinated, you'll be holding everybody back. And that we now know isn't true. Yeah.
I apologize for interrupting. Yeah. In your experience, have you seen any other event reported in this manner?
I've never seen an event in my life where you cannot go to someone to talk about it, like a senior producer, like a news director, and express your concern. They would be open to your concerns. You know, they would be, if you had a news tip to give someone, they would at least take it on board. They wouldn't say, no, stop talking. I don't know how many times there I was told to stop talking about something. So there's an absolute reluctance to provide accurate information and to cover things that you should be doing that could help you. All there was what I would say is propaganda that didn't speak up for people. Like we do things like on the 5 o'clock news where we would just say, and sadly, another business has shut down due to COVID. And we were not actually holding anyone to account saying, is what we're doing fair? You know, when people are using plexiglass and sitting outside, and that, you know, you can go up to the counter and order, but you can't have a waitress come to you, or you got a mask, you know, all the things that didn't make any sense. We were just shoving it in your face like it was something you needed to accept, rather than questioning, is this really making sense for a business owner, for this person's livelihood? You know, we never stood up for the people. We just, as far as I'm concerned, shoved propaganda in your face.
Thank you. I understand there were a few things that led up to your termination, but in particular, on I believe it was December 12th of 2021, you attended a rally or a protest that was held in North Vancouver. Can you explain what prompted you to attend this rally?
Like working at Global was like working in a twilight zone during the pandemic, that everything that you thought would have ever made sense for choice, for freedom, for your health just went out the window.
Now, I understand that you ended up speaking at this rally. Is that correct?
I did.
Can you describe the circumstances that led to you giving this speech? Was it planned or unplanned? Explain to us what happened.
Unplanned. It was just unplanned. I went up to a lady that I saw, she was a nurse, and I'd seen her like online in one of these videos, because I'd been watching videos of Daniel Nagase and Mel Bruchet, and I saw this nurse, and I just went up and said, hi, you know, and I said, you know, I said, I'm really interested in what's going on here, yada, yada. I said, I can't really stay too long because I had to go back to work. And then she asked me where I worked. And then I said, I actually work at Global. And she was like, what? And she just grabbed me, like didn't want to let me go. She's like, we cannot get anybody from the news to talk to us. And I said, I'm not here as like, I'm not a reporter. I've always said that, like, I'm not a reporter. I'm just here because I'm just curious. Then I just ended up speaking because I just thought, well, what the heck, you know.
Now, I understand that your speech is recorded and available online if anyone wants to look at it. We have not got it here today. But more to the point, I understand that the speech was recorded. Is that correct? And obviously
it was
if it's online, yes.
Yeah, so many camera phones, and then somebody sent it to Global, and then I ended up getting in trouble I ended up getting suspended after that for violating journalistic principles, and they still have not been able to tell me how I violated those principles. You know, they have violated their own principles by not reporting on community events.
So
they have violated their own principles by not showing up to the National Citizens Hearing when it occurred in Langley, not even sending a camera or a reporter, not even doing a voiceover on something like this. Who is violating journalistic principles? I can only say they are by preventing this information to get out to people.